Alright, what's up guys, it's me Petro9. Alright, what's up guys, it's me Petro9. I think we're nearing the end of this game. I'm certain. I'm certain we're actually nearing the end of this game. So, yes. What was the last thing that happened again? Is it F1? Is it F2? It's F2. Ah! Okay, well, it just switched over to chapter... the end of chapter 5, I guess. So, yeah, I think we're nearing the end of the game. So I'm actually really excited about that. I can't wait for dude, I fucking love this game. Also, I'm kind of like, I'm so excited that this is almost over, so I can just like stop with a long series, dude. Dude, this series has been going on for a couple of months now, I think, like 2-3 months, I think. Holy hell, I've done like 25 videos at this time. I think this is gonna be the 26th video. That's just insane to think about. I've never done, actually no, I have. I've done series to completion, but they were like smaller series. Like, I've never done big series to completion. Like, for example, Max's Big Bust, I stopped doing that. Everlasting Summer, I stopped doing that too. So yeah, it's just really, really cool to actually like finish a game. Not crap to any of those other games that I didn't finish. It was just mostly because I didn't want to keep recording them. Max's Big Bust is actually a game that I play on my own now. I don't record it because I don't want to. Anyways, The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group... desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Fuck. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Was that her voice? I don't remember. What's my mic settings at actually? Okay. You're gonna hear a lot of rumble there probably. I just need to make sure that it's actually I'm gonna turn it up a bit. Because I know sometimes my voice doesn't come through, which is my... Actually, you know what? Hold up. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn down my threshold because I need that to... I need that to be down, definitely. Because... what's up, guys? Hello. Actually, I think... it's fine. It should be fine. It's whatever. I haven't really had much problem except whenever doing the VTuber stuff. I don't know, I think my mic was turned all the way down that day, which is why nothing came out. Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Kyoko, do you still have that thing, that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Yep. Then we should be able to get, use it to get, yes. Hey Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. Then, click. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Alright, ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Deadly life. We don't even get to... Well, what's before deadly life? I don't know, I'm thinking I'm going crazy. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Panty shot! Is it Q? Thumbnail material? Print screen, print screen, print screen. The ladder was impossibly long, and I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea where we were so far.
Hey.
Hey, don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. She's very sexy. And that upskirt is also very nice fan service. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, maybe people haven't heard of this. Huh, but how come? It's like your family's tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
Detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Well, give me water. I actually forgot to go do that. I forgot to give me water. I should give me water whenever I do these long recordings, so I don't fuck up my voice. So I'll be back. See my fucking hammy thighs. I know you didn't see them, but it's okay. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. What the fuck? I know that mostly girls put the headphones over the ear, like over their hair. That just feels weird to me. So that's why I moved my hair out of the way. And it's actually kind of annoying. Anyways, before I came here, when I was looking up info about this school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. I didn't mean to do auto. I forgot that space doesn't Google.
However...
And yet... I gave up some of that pride. Huh. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kagiri detective would never do. The reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh. But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family's name. So, every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really,
so
the way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing,
however,
but when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond, so instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. Yeah, it's tough sometimes. Because not everyone has whatchamacallit, put together family. Not everyone has like the same concept of family as other people. Some people have a terrible family, you know. It's really weird. It's a really weird thing to think about. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Ooh. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. Oh, we're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I locked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, there goes nothing. I reached my hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe... Wait, shit, that was me. Looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. I don't know why my brain has been going slow today. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led. Alright, so let's talk to Kyoko's. We can't leave. So, now what do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you help me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. What? Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. It's not like we can run away. She said that. She pointed at a nearby surveillance camera. Yep. Of course. Of course they're gonna see us. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Mastermind is ensnared. Said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was.
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And that'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright. Let's go talk to Lord Monokuma. So we're going straight to the gym. Nowhere else. Straight to the gym. It's nighttime, huh? We missed the nighttime announcements and the morning announcements. That's the only thing that I missed. Being in that trash chute. Okay.
Well now.
Hey! That's so weird. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko.
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
Now,
if you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You? Explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as a blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The result of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
You reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. The entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So, executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
Pum, pum.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because...
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so loved to inspire.
However...
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh.
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because that we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. Ugh.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. This is why I love this girl. I fucking, oh my god, if she dies, I will cry big boy tears. I will cry more than I cried for fucking, I already forgot, Chihiro. You'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Let's fucking do it. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, and the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept that challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggest might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you. And the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown! He agreed. And we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries. That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, What kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we're uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? Honestly, can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. So what?
Hey.
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mikuro is no exception to that. Huh. Mikuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations, which would have to mean that whoever killed Mikuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd you go quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad?
Whew.
Seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. I can't do a laugh like that. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. Remember to hydrate yourselves. Hydration. Important. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I just realized, am I in frame? I'm in frame. Okay. Sometimes I forget. Because I move around so easily. This is a weird shirt. It's like not like a full sleeved, but it's like, I forgot what my friend said, a half sleeve or something? I don't really wear shirts like that. I really wear shirts with like full sleeves. Normally they're like cut off right here or something, but I actually like this. This is cool. Somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Okay, let's talk to her. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
Whew.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from the final showdown, do they?
So...
They have no choice but to accept. Huh.
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, after, like I said. So, when was that in the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
It wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast their school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't actually read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something like that difficult. A reason.
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world. They wanted to show the world. The mastermind had been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anyone.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point.
Hey.
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. Talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who just represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair, that mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and to prove that despair is better than hope. That's the goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry I must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than the reasonable... Wait, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored the rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't have killed any of us themselves. Couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have the right answer and made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words...
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. Oh, that was a hunch, right? Oh, fuck, I fucked up. My bad. Well, but all that was a hunch, right? You're still unable to get the mastermind to accept your challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Yeah, you should have seen the ending where I didn't believe you, and we had kids. I think I had kids with I think me and what's his face had kids with Hina, which is weird to think about. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
At the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right this time. At least I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. Until I couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd show any uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However...
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True. But now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh.
anyway,
Huh? Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah, sure. I don't think I've slept much. Shouldn't we like get a nice, relaxing sleep? Like sleeping is nice, right? Sleeping's nice. Death. Death walks among us. Sayaka. Toko. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
Hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Alright. Tsushima, Kyoko, Byakuya. Is she in Byakuya's room?
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Junko, Toko, Chihiro, Celeste, Ioi. This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Yashihiro. And this is Hiro's room. Is he inside?
hey,
Oh, okay. No, they're not even in there. Alright, well, let's go on ahead and go into here. And suddenly, we were greeted with you again. Is he broken?
whew,
Suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
It is Makoto. It is I. Is she going to shove her breast in my face? Bad PJ. Bad PJ. Okay.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Nah, you fucking idiot. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks.
Ah!
It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away from me. Shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in the extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened to Makoto.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
Hmm.
But is it okay that you're here? What if the Mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other
We're
words,
going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point in redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I kept telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the kill, and of course, it's not me or any of you.
Huh?
But then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the Mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the Mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's
Mukuro?
right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? Made it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But
But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything. We still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone?
I hate
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words,
Interesting.
one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I am not so sure about that. Huh.
I
Can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought, too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint. It's a very polarizing approach. I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's. Oh, yeah. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why? But why?
So in other
The
words,
mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, and as Kyoko says, the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is one of the. There were 15 of us in the main hall in the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
no way!
You can't be serious! Wait, you can't say for sure that's true yet. Akuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was a mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled them in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right,
Then
right?
maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. It's now daytime.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Fuck
So,
yes.
in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. Have no time to worry about the rest of you. You must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the hall in dining hall. You bastard. Didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without mastery, the rest of you are like coffee with cream. Without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko shrugged off the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. No one's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Huh?
Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figured, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits, and she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. Alright. Hold up, I just want to say how long I've been recording. About 50 minutes. Should I just completely finish this off? It'll take a couple of hours though. Like, because we have to do the investigation. Fuck it. This'll be the Danganronpa Super episode. There's no more cereal, but there's still corn dogs. I know that doesn't make sense to you guys, but that's what I'm saying. Alright, anyways. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigations doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground, and then we can get back together and share what we want, what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny of this school. We can investigate all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Kodo, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. Don't have any time to waste either. Have to begin my search. Still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Alright, I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were however dead for the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. So we know how Mukuro died. We know a bunch of the other things. They had also struck the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikasawa, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. Headmaster's room and biolab. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. On the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before, that should be open now, right? For that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the Truth Blitz section of your handbook. Thank fucking Lord that they goddamn did that, because I would hate to fucking search this whole goddamn place. So wait, could we go into these? Gyaka's I think she'd be very unhappy if we barged in without permission. Oh wait, let's go into Sayaka's room. Sayaka's room, the door is unlocked. Boy, there's nothing to do with my investigation. No time for deviations now. Right, Sayaka? Okay. Well, I was hoping we'd be able to come up here. Let's just search. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Jesus. Death. Huh. Oh, fuck. Ah, the smell of death. Alright, well let's go get out the first room that we saw. This room. Should be unlocked by now. Ooh, God. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Huh. I haven't used those that often. I know this playthrough is probably annoying for you guys, because I have not once. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed again. Oh, there's bodies in there, isn't there? I haven't fucking done much of the communications, right? I know there's a bunch of endings that I missed, and I know, like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know about this game. This is just my honest playthrough. Open the door just cracked and inside immediately closed it. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Oh. Okay. Through the area? Yeah. So there's a bedroom here that has nothing in it related to my case at all, apparently. This is the girls' restroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go. You're a fucking pussy. Whoa! The fuck? Why is this place? Oh, that's not useful enough, I guess. Eye right there. Let's go in here. For some reason, I'm pretty hungry. Oh, locker room, eh? This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for Hope's Peak students who came before us. Class before ours must have used these lockers. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Okay. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-book to open those. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. Then, no luck. Maybe maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Oh Jesus, there's so much shit to fucking find here. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. Okay. Big plate, there's a metal plate on locked there, there's no way to get it open. I was gonna comment on looks like the locker's broken. Will one of these lockers open? Nope. Okay. Oh wait, how did I do that again? Which control? Aha. So control is how you fast forward dialogue. Open this locker, but I'm not locked, okay. Shit. Okay, let's check this out. I wonder if I can... I guess I clicked on the wrong thing, because I wanted to click on the little picture. Okay, so I guess that's probably the same way. Yep. Okay. Can't imagine any way to get the lockers, so I'm never gonna bother trying. And there's metal plates mounted to the locker. There's no way to get this open. I don't think this room is gonna open. Okay, well, I guess we have to leave the area. So there's a locker room here. Finally, this place. So I think the headmaster's room. Oh wow, that's a nice looking room, isn't it? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It's more adult atmosphere. Correct. It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh, a regret. Ah, there's a strange gap in the wall. Is this some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming through. Breeze.
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Space, does that mean? You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. I can't really go off from that. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all of his paperwork and all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. Then I think of how much time I wasted on this. It's probably her birthday. How much you want to fucking bet it's her birthday? How much you want to bet this scumbag used her birthday? Anyways, I'm just kidding, I shouldn't say that. I let her check, I can't imagine still using something like this. It must have been like Test Masters. Oh, is he gonna comment on the keyboard? Desk is home computer, it must have belonged to the headmaster. There's a PC on the desk, must have belonged to the headmaster. Okay, well.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is, not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best he can do as a complete Kiguri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get out our hands
Correct.
on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to the shoot section. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the passcode. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. Password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just be sure.
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Alright, let's fucking do it then. You know, I'm glad I thought trying Naka, says, but it's not. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know what your guess is wrong. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Typed in her full name, Kyoko Kagiri. My hands went tense, steadily trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Beep! What? That did it! Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko? You just straight up, like, basically, like, told her that her father still cares about her and still thinks about her, even though she thought that he hated her. You know, as tough as it is, like, I cannot at all sympathize with her being abandoned, basically. But I 100% know that he probably still does think about her. He probably still cares about her, but he just didn't want to be in that environment. He knew he had to leave, and he didn't want to take her from that environment. Probably. He wanted to do his own thing, which I understand. Which is understandable. But he still thinks of her. She's still his daughter after all. Oh, look at the picture. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixated on only one thing. Present. Present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unreal. Okay, let's start looking. Let's look at this picture over here. I better check out the suspicious present. Okay. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprisingly... or surprising, probably. Huh.
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in here, what's in there.
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? How the fuck did you manage to... What is in the box? It was wrapped up so nicely it could have been guessed what's inside. Human bones. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that. I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh. What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. The same man she'd been searching for. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, it's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somehow in this school right now. It's a very polarizing approach. I know, but okay. Enough puns. Anyways, Suzanne. No, people that seem to step in the academy since coming up again, or those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. If you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyways. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought. She knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? She wanted to know why he left. I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kaguri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present had been added to Truth Bullet section of her handbook. Damn. That sucks, dude. She wanted to know. She wanted to know why he had left her. Huh, this picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is that a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. Came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet to find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. Now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there even been a worse father? Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Aww. Sad. I'm gonna cry just looking in this room. This filing cabinet seemed like the kind of place you'd find a clue. Just take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her father's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check wherever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top, but all I found were piles of unrelated documents. He's pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have interfered. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that. It made him desperate. Okay. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hidden in some kind of kiosk, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't know if Kyoko's desk.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you want. Are you sure?
Because-
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the drawers, looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh, is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority of the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably
It
right.
would seem...
It might prove useful if we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then, I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Alright, we're gonna go relook in those lockers then.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh. Can I ask you a favor? Sure. Favor, what is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. Just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
Get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko? You told me before about the relationship you had with your father, with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. The picture doesn't change the fact of what happened. What I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. Right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Okay, I've got myself under control. I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Okay. It's really okay. Here you go. Must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was just a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt that Mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed them. The headmaster is dead. Shut the fuck up! But We were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is. I fucking hate you. Stop. I hate these back fucking flashbacks. We literally saw that same flashback. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mikuro and Mix, we get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mikuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive, and there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Okay, anyways, let's leave. Okay, we're going to those lockers now. We have the infinite scan thingy, so we're gonna open up all these lockers. First one that was Captain Chuck. Fuck. Well, wait, yeah, what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Took the emergency handbook, ran across the card reader, and... Alright, let's just open. Let's see what we got inside. Oh, this locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belonged to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. There's a crystal ball here. This is a crystal ball. Huh. Crystal ball. No, can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I cannot really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. For the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yashahiro! What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yashihiro Hakuguri. This is our Yashihiro. The notebook has also contained a large number of notes, varying for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all stuck into this evil world. We never had a chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Notebook everyone's true section below to the notebook. Oh, there's incense here. Or tarot cards, I think. This is deck playing cards? No, they're tarot cards, yeah. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Huh. Okay, so that's the first one we opened. Alright, hold up guys. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I'm actually really hungry all of a sudden. This is definitely going to be a super episode, so you guys won't, it won't stop for you guys. The video will keep going, but I'm gonna go eat something real quick. So I am just going to end the video right here, and continue again whenever I'm here again to go and eat something, so I'll be back. We are back from my eating. I ate some pizza, some leftover pizza. It was actually really good. So yeah, we're going to do this. Let's see what's in this one. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay. Well, at least that's good. Some mage down, but ran across either end. Looks like the locker's open, so what I got inside. This thing is practically empty, except the one thing that's in there. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's something written inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take off. They're fucking probably dead. Looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh. I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. Look at that face! There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak Academy into a shelter, and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happened to be the headmaster and my father. Okay, so that's Kyoko's handbook. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupt world and serve as a foundation for the new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfless decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't, I sure can't. But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. I just saw them talk, okay, whatever. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong with this whole time. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my head just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survived. There's a... What's this? What does this mean? I have no idea. How could it possibly make any sense? There's a second despair. Oh, okay. So this is whenever she realizes that there was more despair girls. Or more despair people. Locker pocketbook has been added to the juice box and bullets. Okay. Huh. That's very interesting. I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are these things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? Why are there things in the locker that looks like it belongs to people here? Hold up, my fucking hair is just going crazy. And people that are alive at that. A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Wait, is this the one that we looked in? Yeah, it is. So then it would be this one next. Wait, what? Take the merchant handbook, run across through there, and... Beep. It looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what's got inside. Huh, nope, didn't see anything like... Okay. I was just so confused. Take the merchant handbook, ran across the reader, and... Beep. It looks like the locker opened. Now let's see what we got inside. I don't see anything that could be a clue. This one. Beep. Looks like the locker inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. That one's broken, that one's broken. So all these other ones are broken, right? So basically we found the 2 clues that we needed. Alright, cool. Alright. There wasn't anything inside of this classroom, right? So we're just double checking. No, there wasn't. It was pretty much there. Huh, I wonder what happened. Do they ever go into detail about it? Because I don't think they ever do they? Anyways, well, let's go to the other floor stuff. I'm gonna need more water to get me through this mega episode. This is fucking cool. Actually, it might, I don't know. It'll take too long. It will take too long. Which sucks. But yeah, it'll take too long. Okay, well, we got to go to the biolab, right? Anything that was locked before, which is all in the, which is the biolab, which is probably going to be horrific. The Monokuma room, which we will go to first, actually, because I want to see the Monokuma room. I want to check this shit out. Oh, hey.
Hey, Makoto.
Hey, Makoto. Are you here to look around, too? Is that what you're doing, Kerr? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open, too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Don't worry, baby. Fucking throw it in my trash then. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Oh, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Ooh. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. This is definitely a control room, holy hell, and that's a secret panel door. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it, or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. But hold on! You can't just... or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one, the button that says Data Center. Data Center. I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of the room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, it's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. Probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Actually, I kind of want to... Can I investigate that first? There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I need to... Oh my fucking... You're a bitch for that, Chief. And then there's going to be a Monokuma, because that's obviously the place to, like, look for Monokumas. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey! Roar! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Oh man, busted! How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man. You seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside. Control the Monokuma doll. I did not want to do that. No, you didn't. Hey, whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma.
Huh?
Huh? What do you mean? Well, you were controlling just now. It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma?
Oh!
What? For real? Yep. It looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this room is totally separate from this data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside this school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. If that is true. Yeah. Then the Mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer is really the 16th student. No, that can't be it. There's no way, right? Monokuma controls unknown bananas. The restriction boards. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
I mean...
Oh well, it's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. Can't say it is impossible, but I really hope it's not true. So like, you wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. You can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you wanna get going? Yeah. But the hatch! What's wrong, Makoto? What about the hatch? The fucking hatch! Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah, the door! It just locked on its own! What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second!
Hey, no fair! You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room,
Yep.
as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correct, Amindo.
You're a liar!
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? That's what I was fucking saying! Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! Okay, he's gone, but...
So,
Was he telling the truth? The Mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyways, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You got me all motivated
You
again.
got it.
Oh wait. Okay, I'm out. See ya! Alright, cool. And I have to do what I can do. That's the only way forward. Okay. So the headmaster's room is here. Okay, let's check shit out. Wow, this is a fucking dope ass. This is the headmaster room, and I heard an awful lot about it, but this will be the first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. What's up, bitch boy? Just gonna have a look at these. There's odd trophies and even a shield on display. And then there's monitors in here as well. Even in the headmaster room, there's a monitor. And even a camera. Even in the headmaster's room, there's a surveillance camera. So the books. We'll talk to him later. Bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with thick books. There's documents scattered all over the floor, but somehow it makes me feel anxious.
Come on.
Hey,
Not
Makoto,
possible.
you ignore me. You think I'll forget that just
Such
because you're you.
ignorance.
When we get out of here, I'll remember this moment. I'll fucking talk to you then. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Yes. Would you, what do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious. What the fuck is that word? Ostentatious. I don't even know what the fuck that word means. So, I'm sorry. Class 78, student registry. It contains profiles for all of us in Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently,
words,
Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right. It also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Kasabi, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems like Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh, what do you mean? I'm talking about I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we didn't have. Whoa, what kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? Seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of a man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I smirked through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entire entity floats close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection with it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I'll be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of that Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about that now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like this. Or maybe it meant that the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
what?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
He seemed to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should know. Oh, what is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5'7", 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me if, like, she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? And that... is that what he's saying? Personally, what I am thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Choose Below section of your handbook. Oh, one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Oh wait. Sorry. I'm gonna do it. Advice from me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. Well, what are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. Hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Okay, so I think we're done here. So now we're going to the biolab. I'm kind of fucking thirsty now, but I don't want to go get another drink. This is gonna be fucking devastating. There's gonna be blood everywhere, isn't there? God. Ah! It's not as disgusting as I thought it was. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Specimens. I don't care about those. So cold. Why is it so cold in here? It's the first thing I need to figure out. What are you on about, child? What do you mean that's the first thing you need to figure out? Why is it so cold in here? Okay, well, let's go over here then. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights, but on the other side, lights are gone. There's some kind of weird machine built in the wall. I've seen something like this before. Oh, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Okay. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. You offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethereal gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimal settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optimal leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Well, let's take a gander at them. This is one of the fridges. Not in the room. There's some kind of machine. Both sides volume. The fridge is on top. We're looking around. I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. And about those lights in each slots. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot will lit up in blue. Another one of the victims is lights, but I'm 3 sets of bullets. Can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Hold up, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people have died. What is 16 minus 9? I can do this math on my fingers. We're at 16? Someone's alive. Someone didn't die. Huh! This just got more interesting. Maybe Makoto's right. Because, well, obviously someone else has to be alive, because I don't think the mastermind would be any of us anyways. But that's really interesting to think about. Okay, where else should we go, by the way? Oh, places relating to the crime, right. Which means this place and the other place. Oh wait, maybe it's just that the body... Oh no, there's no body here, right? Huh. It's gone. Mikuro's body. It's not here. Of course it's not here. Okay, anyways, we're over here. Near the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. But the body's gonna be in the tool shed, you fucking imbecile. Didn't find anything even close to the body, but it's not here either. It must be. Could it be in the biolab? The corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. Tarp played a key role in the other case, so I'd better look into it. And the killer used a tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clues behind here. Huh. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab. Then this originally came from the Biolab. Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook. Okay, cool. So we don't need to be in there anymore, and I don't think we would need to be in here anymore, right? That's all I really need to check here. Okay, so we need to go this way. Check this place out again. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
I'm so disgusted you want me out of your sight. No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Okay, give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Okay, let's just check. Okay. Here's from my nothing about that. Alright. How long have I been recording? Because I kind of want to play.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Okay. What? Now he wants to give us a hint. It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Yep, let's go to the fucking gym. Oh, hey, Hiro. Makoto! Why did you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What do you say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait! There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off in a frightened animal. Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Alright, let's see. Alright. Shoot. Ooh. Hello, welcome. Hello, are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope. Ready for the final hint? Okay. This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Well, Akuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and I opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Ooh, okay. It featured a bunch of faces I recognize extremely well. And Makoto isn't in it. That's why he's suspicious of me. It was everyone who'd come to speak at the same time as me. But wait, there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file. Mikuro Ikasaba. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mikuro here with everyone else? And even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember any of this. Anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not here. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived at the Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone else, everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know? So I mean, get out. But I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. Guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Okay, group photo. And that should be everything, right? So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? Just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. I should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. What the fuck did back and talk to everyone again. Kyoko's back this way. Why the fuck? Kyoko doesn't have a good memory, but I'm gonna talk to her first because she's over this way. I like how this place is all dark and just mysterious. Kyoko, you hear, Chief? Well, fuck me, right? What about my voice? I need water now. I need water again. Because my voice is failing me. My voice is failing me. Actually, you know what? I need water. Yeah, I do need water. I'm gonna go get water real quick again. I'll be back. Because I drink water too fast. Apparently. Alright, I'm back. Hello. I got me some water now. Alright, cool. So I can't talk to Aaron. So we'll go back up to the where we saw the other people. Hiro, I have no idea where the fuck he is, so I'll leave her to her devices. Okay. Damn it, dude. Fuck. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. But I guess I'll go check out, highs. Which floor are we on now? We're on floor 4. Just 5 floors in total, right? This is 4th one. Yep. Now we're at floor 5. Because we're gonna talk to Toko first. She's not here. What am I supposed to do, huh? What's up, Hiro? Hey, Hiro. Makoto? What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Yo, what's wrong? Still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Why? Because you're not in the picture. He's superstitious or some shit. Oh, fuck. He probably thinks you're actually a ghost. Because he's a dumbass. I wasn't going to say anything bad. I wasn't going to say an unseemly word. Me? Speak obscenities? Surely you jest. I don't want to have to go through the whole fucking school. Please don't let me do that. This door is probably locked, right? Yep. Okay. I need to talk to people though, apparently. Oh, fuck me. Are they in the... Oh. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully I'm able to actually talk to everyone. Maybe in the... I don't know, I might have to look this up again, because I hate wandering around. This is just annoying. Oh, Hina! Right. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto! Sorry, gotta go! What? She ran off so fast I didn't have time to ask her to stop. Hina! Why? Why won't you talk to me? They think I'm the fucking killer. They think I'm the killer man. Don't they? Don't they actually? They probably actually think I'm the killer man. These fucking assholes. Where's this room? Where's this room? Byakuya, are you here? You know, if it's a full set of asking. Well, time to look through every single spot. Okay, let's just see. Let's just check these spots because there's 3 spots up here. I want to just check to see if he's not like in here somewhere. If he is, that'd be bad. Because I'm looking. So I talked to Hina, talked to Yashihiro. I need to look for Byakuya and Toko. Toko isn't where I left her last time. So Byakuya has to be over here somewhere. My fucking wrist. I have to put my wrist like that, huh? Okay, now let's leave. Okay. My wrists fucking hurt like a motherfucker. Okay, well, let's check the laundry room, although there's nothing in here except panties! Oh no, swimsuit, right, swimsuit. And obviously the beautiful magazine. Bunch of magazines here, I guess it's weird. Why does my wrist hurt so much? Damn it. Well, I know why my wrist hurts so much. It's just I'm gonna end up getting carpal tunnels. If there's anything that's bad about gaming, it's that I'm gonna get carpal tunnels. Also, it probably doesn't help that I have my arms raised above my desk. Actually, now that I think about it, I should probably like fix my chair towards where it's like more lower and like more raised. Oh, that means I'm gonna fucking be out of frame, isn't it? I just like touching the floor. Yeah, I just have to. Now I feel like I'm too low. Am I in frame? I'm in frame. Fuck it, it's whatever. It doesn't matter that much anyways. Okay, AV room, there's no reason they'd be in the AV room. Did any of them go back into the gym? I don't want to have to look it up. If they're not in the gym, I'm gonna look it up because I do not want to fucking go through this shit again, looking through every single building. It's not here. Okay, well, we're looking it up. So, where's my phone? Where the fuck is my phone? Where the fuck? Did I leave my phone out? Huh. Okay, I'll look it up on the internet, on my computer. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Apparently, I have to go to archive. How the fuck am I supposed to know I'm supposed to go to archives? I did everything right, pretty much. You go to the gym, you go to archive, to go to dining hall, garden, biolab. Biolab is what I go to afterwards. And then I go to the AV room. And that's it. So, archives. We're going to archives. There's no way in hell. I'm sorry that I cheated. I did this last time too. It's just that I don't want to search through the whole building. You know, there's no reason for me to do it whenever the internet is there. And also because it's annoying to search literally the whole, because there's 6 floors. There's a lot of rooms. There's rooms literally everywhere. Now that I think about it, actually, I think I had to search archive last time because I think what's his face was here with the whole like Frenrir thing. And he's here once again. Hello, buddy. Looking for more information? Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Okay, let me just make sure that, because I don't know if I actually, like, missed something. Okay. Oh, shit. How do I leave this? Oh, okay. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked in. What the? Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposefully trying to avoid me. Everyone is scared of me! The charismatic, awesome person that I am. Okay. So, yeah, they must have seen that I wasn't in the picture. But that's not much of fuck, it's not here. That's not much probable cause, you know? Dude, I love fucking record. Dude, recording this game has given my throat the most fucking castle. That's why I stopped trying with the voices, like, a long time ago. Because of how much my throat hurts from doing it. I mean, I understand. Wait, no, what was I talking about? Anyways, but yeah, why do I keep going this way? But yeah, it hurts my throat whenever I play this game. There's a lot of talking in this game. But yeah, I need to start playing, like, games with my friends, so... Biolab, so we can see Mikro's dead body. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her pass out again. Huh? Toko. Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? What? It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? Ah, I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss more so? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Genocide Jack's memory has been added to the Truth Split section of your handbook. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around somewhere, doing his own investigating.
Yes,
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyways, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely you must be. Toko shut off her eerie laughter, echoing behind her. Ah, I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have no more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. It's probably the fucking body that's in here. The fridge is open, but I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She fainted so easy. Kyoko,
Makoto.
it's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah, it's
It would seem...
a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge and seen what was in there. And well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted.
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jake came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot first, the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko pressed the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in there. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. Mastermind did it. Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
Maybe you're right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during their last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, huh? It's the fridge, some dead bodies. You can't do it, I can't look inside. Okay. Should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier.
Whew.
You mean the one about the hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us with Cloud of Judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he'd have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, she's sexy. I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the Mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? It's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Okay. Should ask Kyoko about the. Okay. I just look at other shit. You know, I think I've seen the type before. Right, yeah. It's a type on the contortion. Hey, if I remember type, stop on the biolab. Yes. And that's the type that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over there. Oh, yes. Are you done? What am I supposed to look at, huh? Just look at this. I don't have time for this. Well, she told you to wait. I have time for this. Can I leave? Can't leave things the way they are right now. What else do I look at? Bunch of blue lights are on. Those ones aren't.
It would seem...
So when someone is in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Makuro's, there's 9 in all. 9? 9 lights? Okay, now yeah. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I make my report brief. So did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burn to tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Okay. Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said those were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
One of Makuba's signs is that they were inflicted at least several days old. Guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense. Considering the impression they give,
Listen.
you seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. You're saying they are? But we got them on the Kuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
Oh, what if Akira herself wasn't killed within the last few days? Oh, what?
At the very least...
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
Right.
Tita doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as he can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Okay.
Hey.
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to be, there's one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 95 pounds, while were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? Remembered all that? They're indeed consistent with a corpse. So then,
Indeed.
Don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake. Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mikuru Kisaba. Mikuru Kisaba profile has been updated.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mikuru's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly out here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Do you think it's kind of sad they've been out like this?
Why?
Sad. Did you forget she was our enemy once? Part of the ultimate despair? But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
Whew.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So, for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we're done all that we can do here. Back to our separate investigation, yes? Ah, hold on. Still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Oh, fuck. Oh, because that's how you change it. Without that, I forgot what it was. Hey, Kyoko, I did have one thing to one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms.
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them all using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? You can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's
Could
true...
that mean that video is real too? Video.
Makoto.
Cool. I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a concise picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you even talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook, that way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. The locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Class 78 urgent interviews.
So...
I found it in the hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have any time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. Think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. Now this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's something important on the DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd make didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. Talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there is no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death, and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness. Oops.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it. Her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. She headed to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. Alright, cool. Alright, so we gotta go all the way back down. Ooh, I'm surprised I haven't needed to pee yet. Probably gonna pee after this video. I probably shouldn't push my voice this much. I'm gonna end up like losing my voice. 100%. I'm gonna end up losing my voice. Once I feel any discomfort, the reason why I do feel discomfort whenever I do these types of videos is because I'm not used to talking. I never did public speaking or anything like that. I never really talked much as a kid. So talking so much doing these videos actually hurts me. Which is bad, of course. But it doesn't really bother me that much. I'm fine with it. That's why I drink water. To soothe my aching vocal cords. Yeah, 100% shouldn't push myself this much. It's just, I want to get to the end of this, you know? I want to finish this. I want to, you know? I don't know. I push myself too much. Alright. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Then, I better take a look. Well, then I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the DVD player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? Took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
Let me turn this up so I can hear it better.
I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? I accept.
What? Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now, but this, only this, simply couldn't comprehend what I had heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder. So, why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. Mars darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. It's him, isn't it? I fucking knew it. Huh? Jesus Christ, dude, I really need to fucking pace myself with these videos. God damn. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, There's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Yeah.
Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same screen again and again with the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Your interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsies! Looks like it broke! Out of service! What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. If I watched the whole thing, I'd just be more of the same. He asked them the question, and they all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge expedited sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. That time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make me forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in the favor of the mastermind. Does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Oh wow.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black. There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's about to begin again. Class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Alright, let's fucking do this shit. I'm actually pumped. This is cool. How long have I been recording? Like I said, this is gonna be a mega episode. This is gonna be hours long. Jesus Christ. Should I? Should I? I should. I actually should. I can't do this to myself. Well, guys, I'm sorry to say, but that's where we're going to end this video. I'm going to keep playing it by sure, but the more I think of it, having a really like a 4-hour episode, it's gonna be a fucking 4-hour episode. I can't have a 4-hour episode in a video. People barely watch a 2-hour episode. Fuck all a 1-hour episode. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And tomorrow, not tomorrow, whenever the hell I decide to post this, it's gonna be exciting, dude. We're going to see the end of this game to the finish, to the fucking finish. I'm excited. You should be excited. Let's fucking do this shit. Anyways, guys, hope you guys comment, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.